Coalition for Peace. It's not just a faith community initiative, but it's an interfaith initiative. We have 21 branches throughout the country who are engaged in interfaith work throughout the nation in different kinds of programs. So we are so glad that we are able to have guests with us, a president of IFAFA. We also have Gladys ma'am. We have another interesting colleague and as well as guest, Dr. Chandran Paul Martin, who is also a priest of the Lutheran Church. We asked our Vice President, Mr. Nirmal Singh, to honor. Now I would request Dr. Zafar to speak to us with his opening remarks.
Two major communities in India, they believe the Hinduism in Vasudev Kutumbakam, that is the whole universe, is one brotherhood. And the Quran says on the other hand, La nufarriqu baina ahadim min rusuli, do not differentiate among the messengers. And each community has a messenger. That is the scheme that has been described by God in the Quran. In India, we believe that this is one of the best opportunities in our country, where not only 2 or 3, but many faith people are living together. And this is a beautiful crucible of different faith groups. And in fact, there is no exaggeration to say that unity in diversity taking place in practical terms is a gift of India to the world.
Interfaith convergence, what we mean is that we like to see that different parts of the world or the global level, wherever the interfaith activity that takes place, we like to converge them together. We like to see that we are able to link it up, networking, maybe you can call it as networking with different parts of the world.
My assessment of the dialogue in India is that it is solid. More recently, I think, I must say that I listened and I read the judgment about the temple site that was destroyed a few years ago, and now the judgment has come down. I think now the dialogue in India will be strengthened by this solution which has now been found after so many years of threatening the relationship between interreligious communities. We are greatly happy ourselves. Those of us who don't live in India are not Indians. We know that this solution will also have a positive impact in other Hindu Muslim relationships in, for example, in my own continent.
People have lived in dialogue all their lives, centuries after centuries, without having to call it interfaith dialogue. Dialogue in India is a way of life. So therefore, to start with that premise, I would say dialogue is integral to living in India.
What is happening in the other part of the world must be known to this part of the world also. And one of the best ways are these mutual visits. So when a senior person who is doing important job in the area of interfaith in Europe or in Africa, he or she or they visit India and they are able to interact with the local people here, both the sides get benefited tremendously.
When political people are able to come in coalition, why not religious people? And when politicians are able to come together with a common minimum program to work together to achieve some common goal, why not people of faith communities, why not leaders of faith communities can come together and engage themselves in a common minimum program? That's what coalition or world coalition or the word coalition means to us.
Dialogue, particularly in terms of interfaith, keeps changing as new issues keep coming to the fore. It could be poverty, it could be climate change tomorrow, it could be issues of human rights, it could be issues of minority rights, or it could be issues of, for example, child labor. So therefore, as long as there are issues in the world, as long as human beings live in this world, there is scope for interfaith dialogue.
We are trying to compile together a book in a very simple language, in English of course, for the primary level children, which gives inputs regarding the basics of each religion. Another book is in progress, and that is for the grown-ups. That is a glossary of religious terminology. Both these books will be available across India and outside India also, for the schools, for the educational institutions to adopt them, and for the children as well as the grown-ups to take advantage from them.